Parents, I have a PSA for y'all, okay? I know that we've been talking about SAers. Here's mine, just in case y'all forgot, okay? Because I'm a post about this man every day. But let's get to our children. I want you all to be very aware of the people who your kids are dating or talking to or sleeping with even, because I'm seeing more and more posts about young children being unalived by their boyfriend or girlfriend. I just seen the story about a young lady who took a knife and STAB'd her boyfriend to death. Then I seen another story of a young man who beat the girlfriend to death. Like, these are young babies. We talking about high school, early 20s. This is the reason why I stay talking about mindset. Because in my opinion, these babies are being raised by unhealed parents. This is why healing is so important. It's so important. You understand what I'm talking about? Because if I come up on your For You page and you watch my content all the time, you probably was raised by an unhealed mother, a toxic ass mother. And that's no shade to our mothers. You don't know how to love if you're not taught it. And you don't take the time to heal from your trauma so you can learn that shit. And a lot of these children are being raised babies, raising babies. A lot of parents would rather be friends with their children instead of really being a parent. Disciplining them. Showing them how life really is supposed to go. That's not happening out here. These babies is out here unaliving each other because they don't know how to control their emotions. In my opinion, young men that are raised mostly around women, unhealed women, they don't know how to control their emotions. There's no strong men in that young man's life when they react and respond emotional to everything. That is what we're dealing with right now. And most of these young ladies, they want to match energy with a man. They're too tough to be, they can't even step into their femininity and their gentleness because they raised by intense, hardcore ass mamas. And they just repeat the cycle. It's not too late for us to switch this shit up. Okay? I truly am a generational curse breaker, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of that because, first of all, I was a super tomboy, and you couldn't have never told me I was going to have 6 kids. 5 daughters. You understand? My oldest child is autistic. He's incredible. Nobody be like, oh, I'm sorry, ain't no alls. Ain't no alls. Don't feel sorry for me. My baby is perfection. About to be 24 years old. Works. You know what I'm saying? He functions in life like everybody else. I've never allowed my child to use that as a crutch. But back to the subject at hand. Pay attention to who your child is dealing with, who they talking to, their text messages, how they respond to each other if they have a little, a little baby argument. How elevated does the conversation get? Are folks putting their hands on each other? Are threats on people's lives being made? Pay attention to how the family moves of the person that your child is dealing with. That matters. That's the foundation of how they got their mindset. You understand? Pay attention. Teach your daughters the signs and the symptoms of abusive relationships. If you know, teach them. Don't allow that. If you've dealt with, abusive relationships in the past, don't allow your daughter to go through that. That's not normal because your mama probably went through it. Your grandma probably went through it. And at some point in the mindset, some women almost think that a man don't even love you or care about you unless he's beating your ass. I wish a motherfucker would. You understand? We have to start pulling those weeds out of our garden so we can teach our children the right way. A lot of us was programmed fucked up, and I say us because I'm one of them. And this is the reason why I teach what I teach and I do what I do. Because when I went through some shit in life, some heavy shit where I lost everything, including my kids, my job, my house, my car, everything. I mean, homeless, down to nothing. But me and my kid's father, down to nothing. When I came to my lowest low, my rock bottom, I literally met Jesus. That's why can't nobody tell me nothing about Jesus. Can't nobody tell me that Jesus ain't real. We ain't talking about the Bible. We ain't talking about church. We ain't talking about the pictures they show us. Had a whole come to Jesus moment. And he told me in that moment, wipe them tears. Stop crying. I got you. Be obedient. I got you. And now fast forward 5 years later, here I am. Here I am. 6 years. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm wealthy. And when I say wealthy, I'm talking about my mindset. One day my bank account will match. But I'm all about protecting these babies and helping my generation and the generation before me. They kind of stuck in their ways, but it's never too late to switch your mindset up. Self-love is everything. For the young women and the young men. Because some of these young men, they be attracted to women that's like their mama and their aunties, toxic ass young ladies. Even if you know you toxic, don't teach your son to chase that, because you know what he's going to deal with. These young babies is out here unaliving each other over because you didn't answer your phone. One of them was because the young lady allegedly had a baby, and he found out that the baby wasn't his. We're talking about a 17-year-old young lady. Or they was fighting over, he was getting ready to unalive himself, and they tussling over the gun, and then she gets pew-pewed. Like, pay attention to who y'all kids is dealing with. That's all I asked. Okay? Because those type of situations happen, and then you got the pedos out here plotting and scheming on our babies. This was mine. This one was mine. Y'all pay attention, Conyers, Georgia. Keep your eyes and ears open for this man. He stayed working around kids. Okay? He's a counselor. He's a prevention, intervention and prevention specialist. A coach. A sports coach. I think basketball and football. He was a football coach when he was here. He's a basketball coach in Conyers, Georgia. He's 53 years old. And he's a monster. But it started somewhere. Pay attention to who your kids is dealing with, y'all. It's your girl, the Mice Mistress. Love y'all.